Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're Hodges Fieldhouse and junior college basketball. Tonight, the Iowa Central Titans will be playing host to the Tigers from Marshalltown Community College. Fans, coaches, and players, the National Junior College Athletic Association, Region 11, and Iowa Central Community College are committed to the ideals of good sportsmanship, safety, and fair play. We ask all fans, coaches, and players to show their respect to the opposing team, game officials, and each other before, during, and after today's game. Persons throwing objects or participating in other acts in conflict with good sportsmanship, safety, and fair play are subject to ejection and prosecution. Your cooperation is greatly appreciated. We ask you all now to please rise, join in tribute to our country as Director of Athletic Bands Jeremy Smith leads the Triton Pep Band into playing of our national anthem. Here's our starting lineup. First for the visitors from Marshalltown Community College. Number 2, Soph Mensah. Number 4 is Mohammed Tiam. Number 5, BJ Millar. Number 21, Coffee. And number 22 is Brandon Simmons. Brynjarson is the head coach for the Tigers. And now here's the starting lineup for you. Iowa Central Trident. A 6'4" freshman guard from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, number 2, Cam Swift. A 6'1" freshman guard from Anniston, Alabama, number 4, Trey Croft. A 6'3" freshman from Hazard, Kentucky, number 23, James Blair. And 4, a 6'8" sophomore from Melbourne, Australia, number 30, Boyd Shaw. And in the post, a 6'5" freshman from White Pigeon, Michigan, number 32, David Miller. Trains are led by Dennis Pilcher, assisted by Chad Helly and Nathan West. Today's game officials are Joy Townsend, Justin Albrecht, and Kevin Tweed.
Welcome to Dennis Pilcher Court, and welcome to this Iowa Central basketball game today, bringing you a contest between Marshalltown Community College and the home Iowa Central Tritons. You just heard the starting lineups. You heard the national anthem played by our band, which is here today in full force. First home game we get to hear from them. They'll be loud at intermissions and in between. On a personal note, really love having them here. Adds a whole little bit of college atmosphere we haven't had yet. So really, first time it's going to feel like a home game here. Band playing, good crowd built up. Got a Monday night game. We'll see how the boys show up. Today a good opponent to put themselves against, as they're going to lead off with a travel there, the guilty party, Trey Croft. Good opponent here, Marshalltown Community College. Just coming off of a 73-71 loss to Kirkwood. Kirkwood, usually one of the leaders in this conference, so Marshalltown coming off of a display that shows they can hang with just about anybody. So Iowa Central going to have to show up today and play ball if they want to come out with a W, but knowing Coach Pilcher and West, that's exactly what they have these boys ready to do as this one gets back, and they're going to catch him on the backcourt violation as the pass goes awry. Just missing the outstretched hands of the team. Croft going to take the throw in here. Gets it into James Blair. Now over in the corner. Croft handling the ball. Messa out to guard him, and he finally gets it over to the wing, and then finally to Swift. Back to Croft. Not much time left to deal with, and they're going to say travel trying to cross him up. Looked like 2.5 steps to me, and that's what he's going to try to appeal, but early on, official's going to make that travel call, probably trying to set the tone in this first minute. Still 19 left to play in this first half. In a game that, like all men's junior college basketball games, is going to go 20 minutes to half and then 20 minutes after. 2 20-minute halves here now, backing down the defender there. Straight up and down, good defense by Iowa Central. The block going to go to Jock, but it's going to end up going off of one of his teammates and out of bounds. So no new shot clock. They're still only going to have 12 seconds left to work with, but Marshalltown's going to at least have the ball. And they're going to get a shot up out of the paint. Now battle for the rebound. They come down with the offensive board, but going to jump twice going back up, and we're going to swap travels here and get the ball going the other way. Now trying to return. Still scoreless here. As I say that, he unleashing a 3 from the corner. Rattles around and out. Marshalltown Community College bench yelling. I don't think the defense rotated the way it was designed to there. Wide open shot from the corner, and they dodge an early bullet. Still 0-0. 18.5 minutes left to play. Slinging around the border and now driving in. Good defense there by a combination of players through the Iowa Central paint. And they're going to say it's a kickball, and it's going towards Iowa Central, and now trying to get his boys settled down. Marshalltown Community College coach is going to take a timeout, and so will I. I'll be back in 30 seconds. You're watching basketball on the Triton Nation Network. And now back here with Triton's basketball. Still 0-0 here. Almost 2 minutes gone in this first half. 18.5 minutes left to play. Iowa Central now handling the ball. Croft takes it over. Gives it to Swift. To Croft, now over in the corner. Croft now at the top of the key. Trying to get some penetration going, but instead he'll step back, launch the 3, and nail it. Confidence from a long ways away. He was 2 or 3 feet behind the line there. Didn't matter. Good stroke from him. We'll put Iowa Central up 3-0. Now backing down. Good inside defense, but he's still going to get the shot off anyway. Good inside play there is going to get Marshalltown its first 2 of the day. Now, had an open perimeter shot, but he's going to pass it up. Now whipping it around, Iowa Central. Now looking for a great shot. Still dealing with it at the key, now driving. Up and under the basket. And the shot gets sent into the wall, but not before a foul is called, so that block won't matter. And going to send David Miller to the line. They got Tiem there, his first of the day for Marshalltown in their second of the quarter, of the half. Gets his first shot up. He's good. Iowa Central up 4-2. Miller's first point of the day, Iowa Central's fourth. 17.5 left to play here. As Miller tries to go 2 for 2 for the line. Puts it up. And gets it to go. So a solid, good early trip to the line from Miller gets him 2 points. Iowa Central now leads by 3. Mensa dealing with it, driving. Going to take the jump shot. They're going to say fouled on the way in. Offensive foul on Mensa. No, pardon me. They're going to call the defense. They're going to call a block on Iowa Central's 2. That's on Cam Swift. Looked defensive to me, and they held up a 2, so I just assumed. But either way, Mensa's going to take his first free throw. Hits it so early, both teams good from the line.
Bowser into the ball game for the Tigers.
Conversation here between the official and it looked like Swift. In between free throw shots. Second one up. 2 for 2, so apparently a good free throw shooter is Mensa. He goes 2 for 2 on his first trip to the line, and now only trailing by 1 is MCC. Swift drives, kicks it out to Miller. Miller, then after a couple passes, it ends up in Swift's hands again, but it's going to rattle out on the 3. He hit from deep range once. This one's going to go out of bounds off of MCC. So, going to maintain possession and get a fresh shot clock, and working with it, they drive inside, and that generally a player who establishes himself defensively is Blair, but early on playing good physical offense in the paint. Now, quick answering. Mensa drives right down, walks the baseline, gets the over-the-head hook to go up under the basket. High-quality offense from both sides today. You're going to call a foul on the court against Iowa Central. We'll see who they got. Got Trey Croft, his first of the afternoon. So Trey Croft takes his first foul. Marshalltown takes the ball. Down by 1. Iowa Central up 7-6. And here's Mensa, who's been big today already. 4 of their 6 points, and they get a 3 to go. Jameer Coleman, his first points of the day. Now dribbling down, slicing through his Croft, gets it up, gets the finger roll to go. That is explosive. 16 minutes left to play, and Croft just a bit too quick for the one-on-one defender there. We'll see if they make the adjustment and have to put 2 on him. Pulls up the elbow jump shot with a lot of pushing and shoving. And a potential travel there. None of it called. Now Croft trying to get the transition offense going the other way. Whistle's blown. Foul's going to go against MCC. And it's going to go on Simmons. He's going to pick up his first of the afternoon. And Croft is going to go to the line. They're going to say he was in the act, so he's got 2. And he'll go to the line tied early, 9-9. Just under 16 minutes left to play here. Hits his first one. So Croft now hits the first of the pair. Now waiting for a couple MCC substitutions here. As they swap the player out, now he'll go to the line for his second. Good game, both teams. Iowa Central showing off a little bit of range. MCC seems happy enough to try to beat him up in the middle. They have shot 1 3 and made it as Croft here hits his second. So Iowa Central now up 11-9 after a perfect trip to the line from Trey Croft. They're going to call a little bit of shoving under the basket there. I think they got Tiem. Yep, they did. That's what they're putting over. So that's their 3rd team foul of the quarter. I believe Tiem's first. So as they take the ball, Iowa Central trying to make every possession count in what's been a close game so far. Both teams look about evenly matched size-wise, athletically. It's going to come down to who executes, and Miller drives the lane, gets it up, can't get it to fall. The rebound's going to be scooped up by MCC, who thinks they have something in transition. But the point guard slips coming down, and now Croft trying to return, gets fouled going up. So a quick sequence there. They're going to say foul. They're going to say he was fouled going up, yep, and he's going to take 2. As there is no doubt there that he was in the process. So now Croft gonna have a chance to add to his total for the day. First free throw he's missed, rattles out. Croft puts it up. The second one won't go either, so after a perfect trip to the line the first time, he goes 0 for 2. Mensa now dribbling. Over to Preto. Now trying to work outside in, and they do. They get to Mensa, who dumps it off. Good awareness there will get him the assist, and Cardin will take his first 2 and draw him even. Back and forth play so far. Looks like we're going to have ourselves a close one. Looking for a shot, finds a little bit of room, and you can't let him shoot from there. Cam Swift smokes that one. They kind of backed off of him, dared him to pull up to shoot the 3. He was more than willing. 13-11. On the return, Coleman gets the 2 to go. Little jumper from just outside the paint. 13-13 again. Now over. They found Swift, but he wasn't able to get the 3 to go. Oh, defense overcommits, trying to get the steal. Leaves him open, but the rotating underneath is Jock with his second block of the day. The big man coming up huge on that defensive possession. Now Iowa Central with a chance to take the lead in this tied game. Croft. To Blair. Blair inside, and they leave Jock undefended, and he misses the easy little dump shot right there. Not quite a layup. He didn't have a run at it, but it was from about 2 feet inside the charge circle. Just not able to get it to fall. And then on the return, the three-pointer is going to be good, so Iowa Central is going to go down 16-13 here. Drilling back is Croft, who's been so good already today, gets to Swift. Swift, who now they're guarding on the perimeter, because the last time they didn't, he made him pay for it. Back to Croft. Croft, a little bit of nifty dribbling down in the corner. Can't quite shake his defender, though. Dumps it off to Swift, who gets it right back to him with 7 seconds left to work. Croft takes the jump shot. Can't get it to fall, though. Was working late, and now the steal. Great footwork there from Blair. They're trying to get something going in transition. Blair covers a ton of ground, takes the passing lane away, and says no. Jock. Croft. Now Blair. Swift. Trying to shake free. They're going to get him on the block. Not even bothering to complain there. That one was pretty straightforward. I'm going to go against Hauser. He's going to get his first of the day. Pardon me, Hauser picking up his second. Now on the inbounds. Blair in the corner, dumps it over to Croft. A lot of traffic in that, as he had to dribble his way out, he did. So now they have about 20 seconds left to work on the shot clock. Blair, looking for a driving lane, has to plant his foot. Well defended there by MCC. Now Croft. Still stuck out on the perimeter with only 10 seconds left to shoot. Iowa Central has to go here. They're working late in the shot clock. 6 seconds left. They get the play called. Croft drives the lane and is blocked at the net by Coleman. MCC trying to get something going in return. I think they're going to get Jock here on the block. They are. He's going to pick up his first. They're going to send Coffee to the line. Juan Coffee there. Trying to go coast to coast, and pardon me. He dumped it off to Preto, who was trying to get the shot off. So Preto was the one that was fouled, and he'll go looking for his first points of the day. Gets that to go. Extends that lead a bit. Now a 4-point lead. Waiting for his second. And he's 2 for 2 for the day. So now Iowa Central working down by 5. Taking the dribble. Croft, who's been able to get penetration, but not this time. Swift gets his pocket picked. MCC rolling. Good transition offense is going to get him a shot in the paint, and they're going to be fouled on the way up. No continuation of the shot, I'm sure, so he'll go to the line for 2. This time it'll be Brandon Simmons on the stripe.
Shooting 2 for Marshalltown.
Simmons is going to take the dribble. There's about 11 and a half minutes left to play as he does. First one's no good. See what he can do with the second one. MCC and Marshalltown both in position to try to get this rebound. If he doesn't make it, he doesn't. Iowa Central gets the rebound, as you do about 90% of the time in that situation, and they'll be working the other way now. Gets it to the perimeter player, Swift. Now, gets it into Moss. Goes up and is pinned against the backboard, but I think it was on the way down. Nope, they're not going to get goaltending, but they're going to say he was fouled in the process of shooting. So he'll go to the line. Prince Moss, newly entered into the game, looking for his first points off the bench. Moss gets the roll in. Looking to put him within 3 here, if he can hit this second one. Steps up to the line. And he'll go 2 for 2. So Moss, 6'6" freshman playing guard this evening, coming off the bench. Comes in and within the first couple minutes of the game gets himself 2 points, puts Iowa Central within 1 touch of this ball. Dribbling off the foot is the MCC player and trying to chase it down into the opposing bench. But Marshalltown isn't going to be able to save that. Iowa Central's just going to let it roll out of bounds. Coming back the other way now. Croft finding Moss inside. Beautiful movement away from the ball. Shakes him open, and that's 4 points for Moss on the day. Now dribbling in. Good step around, but see who the foul goes on here. It's going to be an Iowa Central player, but who do they get? And Moss is going to pick up his second. This means he's within all likelihood going to exit this game in the next few minutes. They're going to leave him on now. But he is a bit behind the foul schedule now as they get this inbound pass in. Now working inside, getting it out. A beautiful jump shot pulling up from the elbow. Mensah had all the room in the world, takes advantage of it. Good, clean stroke from him. Got a really pretty looking jump shot, and that's the second one he's drilled today. Croft. Moss. Moss now, he's going to take an elbow jumper of his own and drill it. And now I don't know if they're going to take him out because he is riding the hot hand. We'll see what Pilcher decides to do with it. He does have 2 fouls, but he's also scored 6 unanswered points. Now trying to get the open shot in the corner, but they pass it up instead to the 45-degree angle, and now just a bit short on that was Preto. Not quite enough muscle on it. Now the return. Croft dribbling in. Got fouled on the way in. I think Preto got him. They did. That's his first of the day. 7th of the half for Marshalltown as a squad. Croft's 2 for 4 today from the line. Lets it go. Gets it to drop. Now 3 for 5. Swift is going to exit. Jock comes in between. Second shot will go. Perfect trip to the line. And they needed it. Puts Iowa Central up 21-20 in this back and forth game. 3 lead changes already, and I'm sure we're not done. Preto, now being worked on by Croft, decides not to challenge. But who will challenge going up, taking the 3. Going to leave it long and to the right off the backboard. Now Croft, who's done so good at that all day. Catching the defense on their back foot and just attacking, and this time he'll force the foul. And now MCC, I don't think They just had a player pick up their second. They're not in any trouble individually, MCC, yet, but they've already worked themselves into a situation where they might go into the bonus very early. There's 9 minutes left, and they've already fouled 8 times. First free throw here, good.
Jameer Coleman re-entering for Marshalltown.
Gonna wait for his second as the rotations from MCC come in. Both teams have played very well. Both teams shooting well, as you can see by the scoreboard. Neither team really having much size in the traditional post besides Jock for Iowa Central. Both teams seem to like their jump shots and have a lot of good shooters, and just as I say that, MCC spaces the court and lets a 3 go, but it'll be rebounded by Jock. A lot of jump shots going, a lot of good-looking Jays, and a lot of points so far for both offenses. And now Moss is going to work himself free, let the jump shot go, and it's going to bounce off the rim up and over. Which, as soon as it hits the top of that board, it is out. MCC's going to take it. MCC takes it. 3 points down with 9 minutes left in the first half. Coleman trying to get the pass in. It'll be a kicked ball out of bounds. Coleman gets it over to Mensah. Mensah now has done a very good job scoring from the point guard position. This time he's going to choose the pass option, though. Over to Coleman. Now working inside. Jock straight up and down. Good defense by Jock to force the shot. Now he did get a clean shot off, but absolute harassment there inside by the big man. Moss gets a clean lane to the basket. Takes it from just about 2 or 3 feet outside the three-point line, just streaks inside, and now Marshalltown starting to realize that the momentum is going against them. Going to take this timeout, but not before Iowa Central takes a 25-20 lead. We'll be right back in about a minute on the Triton Nation Network. Coming back here from this timeout, Iowa Central already breaking, waiting for MCC to come out. It's a 25-20 game, and the momentum shifting on a dime. 8 points from Moss have completely changed the complexion of this game. He's the hot hand right now, just hitting that J that forced that timeout from MCC. So now trying to get a timeout, trying to recollect themselves, but Iowa Central rolling as of right now, but it's a game of runs. Timeout designed to stop it. We'll see if it will. Mensah was thinking about driving. Now he will. Goes up. They're going to call no shot. Foul on the floor. See who they got. Going to get Miller on his first. Iowa Central well below the bonus, though. With 8 minutes left, they only have 6 fouls as a squad. Now working inside on Jock. This one's going to take a bounce off of about 5 different sets of hands and finally settle down. And Coleman, who finds himself an offensive board from the shooting guard position. Now pulling up and shooting is Mensah. Not able to save it as he pulls into the referee. Everyone involved okay. But the ball will go out of bounds. Trying to save it there. A little bit of collision from the referee, but good reflexes to keep the official off the floor, and we're going to keep going. 7 minutes, 35 seconds left to play. Croft trying to work a little bit of room on the screen, but they're not going to get the defense to bite. Moss to Croft. He's got Miller to his right. Got Jock trying to set up the screen in front of him. Does get it out to Miller. Miller now attacking. He's got good size for a three-man, but that time not able to win the battle inside. Walking all the way down, Euro stepping and then getting the raindrop to fall. Good individual play there from Coleman. And now we've got a whistle on the court as Croft goes out holding his leg.
30-second timeout, Iowa Central.
And it's going to be Iowa Central taking the timeout. There's only a 30-second timeout, so I'll just report on the situation as they take it. Croft, who's leading all scorers today, goes out, getting stretched out now. He's a key part of Iowa Central's defense. It looks like offense, too. It looks like they're working on the, I'm going to say, right calf to knee area so far. Yeah, that's where the trainer's working on the calf. So if he's unable to return, which as of right now it looks like he's going to be able to, looks like they're working out a cramp. But as long as they're missing him, they're missing a man that's been a key part of that first rotation, a key part of that starting five all year long. A big contributor in all 4 of their 4 wins. So they'll be eagerly awaiting the go-ahead on him, as now the trainer has left him and he's stretching himself out. It does appear that that injury is going to be nothing to deal with. I would expect to see him back on schedule within the next. They might rest him till half as there's only 6 minutes left, but we'll see what the coaching staff decides to do with him as Moss now taking point dribbles. Jock sets a pick. Moss gets inside.
Brandon Simmons re-entering for Marshalltown.
But they're going to call an infraction on I do believe it was travel coming in. Moss took one too many steps, and now Marshalltown taking the ball with a chance to tie or get within 1. Officials opt to blow the whistle again. They got an Iowa Central player, and he'll send Mensa to the line. They got Miller. Miller will take his second of the day. Now Iowa Central 7 team fouls, 3 away from the bonus. And this is going to take 1-and-1. Can't get the first one to go in the long rebound, which he'll track down. Coaches hate losing rebounds there, but now they're going to have to deal with it defensively. 22 seconds on the shot clock, and he's going to travel getting the shot off. A lot of traveling calls. That's the 7th between the 2 teams of the day, and this one's going to go to Coleman. Croft taking the ball. Croft gets it over to Blair. Blair tries to work it inside to Jock, but it ends up missing everybody. Going out over the back line. So still 25-22. Started off hot scoring-wise, but it's cooled down. No points scored in the last minute and a half. Mensa dribbling. Now getting the ball back. 17 seconds left on the shot clock as he gets it to the top of the key, and then it's and he's gonna hear about that from the home crowd. First shot of the day taken by B.J. Millard, and it was not a pretty one. Missed the rim by a good 3 inches, takes a one-hop out and over, and this crowd's not gonna let him get away with that without hearing at least a little bit about it. Couple air ball chance, and we'll move on. What'll be really interesting is to see if he has the confidence to shoot again after you come in, and that's the first time touching the ball. Blair driving, has a lane, takes the shot, can't get it to fall. Now the tip. The tip, they're going to say he was fouled on the way up, so that's going to be, yep, they got Blair there. And since they're in the bonus now, Preto's going to take the free throw. Blair going up and over the back there, trying to get the rebound, or more specifically trying to get the tip to go. Preto hits the first. Now every foul, whether it's in the process of shooting or not, will go to a 1-and-1. And he gets both of them to go. Good trip to the line by Preto. And now, after all this, just a 1-point game. These two teams have both played really good basketball, as I mentioned. Two teams that have done well against high-level competition, so you wouldn't expect anything less. And speaking of high level, Croft gets the layup to go. Two defenders in his face, no problem. 5:20 left. Now getting the inside pass. We're just going to go up. He could have dunked that. Instead, opts for just a little bit of the layup. The safer option. Gets him back within one. 4 points in 15 seconds, both from opposing teams, and still 1-point difference. Now Moss gets the three. Misses everything with it, though. That's a shot he can make, so you can't blame him for taking it, but he is going to pick up. You're going to say he's going to pick up the block on the other end? And Moss picks up his third, with Pilcher is clearly not happy about. That's the last man you wanted to pick up a foul. He had worked himself. He had been in foul trouble for a while, or at least behind foul schedule. He picked up his second with about 10 minutes left, but he'd been very smart about it until right there. He steps up and volunteers to take the charge, knowing that he has a chance of getting the block, and that'll be his third. So now you got to figure the substitute waiting in the wings is for him. Then we're going to get another foul here, fighting for the rebound off of the missed free throw. This one's going to be David Miller picking up his third. So now Iowa Central has a little bit to deal with. They've got two players that they rely on heavily, Moss and Blair, both with 3 fouls, and now they're both going to get subbed out. Swift comes in for Blair. Moss leaves, and Croft comes in. Now dribbling back down is Croft. Croft getting it to Swift. Swift. Back to Croft. He's trying to find some dribbling room. Instead, lays a pass absolutely perfectly to the streaking player down the baseline. We're going to call a jump ball? Nope, they're going to call a foul on it. A little bit of miscommunication here between the two officials, but one was calling a jump ball, one was calling a reach-in foul. The reach-in wins the day. So now going to the line is Ben Hayes. And fresh off the bench, draws the foul, hits the first free throw. Hayes coming in after Moss and Blair both hit their third foul of the day, and he goes 2 for 2. So good to have someone. We haven't seen him play much, at least in the 3 home games they've had. So now he might be asked to be a bigger part of this with the 2 people at his position in foul trouble. But a good start for him as he comes in, gets the foul with away from the ball movement, and then hits both free throws. Puts Iowa Central even, 29-29. Now Croft coming in, explosive speed. Leaves the layup just a bit short, though. Working, gets a little hook. Rebounded there by Blair. Pardon me, not Blair. Now MCC trying to get something going in transition, but the pass is bad. Ill-advised pass across the court, just didn't lead him right. Iowa Central now with the ball in their hands, 3:45 left. Blair with the ball. Croft. Swift. Swift's got room to shoot, and he'll pull up. The jumper's going to be off the back iron, and now he's trying to track down his own rebound. That'll roll off his fingertips, and Mensa will end up getting the defensive board. Swung over, and Preto drills the 3 from the top of the key. It's the easiest place to try to get it to go from, and they left him open, goes up, takes the shot. Nothing but net. Now MCC up by 2, and now they're going to get the defensive board and try to go up by 4 here. Before the half, they'd like to get a little bit of breathing room. Neither team has really had it. The biggest lead of the day has been 4. And now Preto's going to travel and give it right back. So back and forth we go. 2:52 left in the first half. Croft going to take this across the center line, assuming the point duties for this possession. Blair over to Croft. Croft pulls up. Just going cold on these last few possessions. Started off the day, didn't look like he could miss anything. He's cooled down just a bit. Now open from 3, but he's not going to take it. Smart decision there. He was early in the shot clock. Now he's going to drive, dump it off to his post player. And they're going to get a defensive foul here. Maybe my home bias playing, but it looked to me like number 22, Brandon Simmons, went up and over the back of the Iowa Central player. But Iowa Central's going to get charged with the block. So after hearing a bit from the home crowd about it, the official's going to send Simmons to the line. And he's going to hit the first. See if he can go 2 for 2 here. Iowa Central boys ready to try to get this rebound if he doesn't, but he will. Now up by 5, biggest lead of the day for either team. MCC leads 34-29. Croft. Dribbling it. Now to Blair. Blair to Butler. Swift. Now taking the 3. Leaves it short. And nobody there to clean up the rebound. Simmons gets another board. He's been big down there all day. Now, post battle. Backing his man down. Now sling it out. Take the shot, and a follow-up almost gets the dunk to go on the tip, and that, making up for the air ball earlier, B.J. Miller gets 2 offensive rebounds, fights for it. Good to see a smaller position player go in there and follow up his shot like that, and that's why you follow up your shot, kids. The reward will be 2 points for him. And the official, is going to call, I think, yeah, he's going to say they got to travel. I waited to make that decision because I didn't believe that the official was actually going to call it. That looked like a solid 2 steps in the third coming down. But official's going to say he didn't get the dribble on the floor. Croft looked just as confused as I did. So now trying to take advantage. MCC draws up and drills a jump shot. That's Coleman. Coleman with a pretty jumper from in between range, just about 5 or 6 feet, short of the 3-point line. And now MCC is rolling on a 6-point run. Iowa Central trying to answer. Swift gets it out to Hayes. Hayes gets it over to Croft. He's going to take the 3. Can't get it to go. And he's missed his last 4 shots after a hot start has Croft. He started going 3 for 5 from the line and 2 for 3 from the floor. Ever since then, it's been 4 straight misses. Might need a halftime period just to get himself back on track. And if he can't shoot his way out of this, Iowa Central might have to look for different ways of scoring. As now, the difference between the shot and game clock is about 1 second. So MCC, for all intents and purposes here, with Mensah with the ball, is playing for the final shot, as they can hold all the way down to about 0.8 seconds left. Mensah gets it over, trying to get the buzzer beater to go, but he didn't get it. He didn't beat the shot clock, did he? No, the officials are saying he did not show a shot clock violation, and I was underestimating the time left on the clock. 1.4 seconds left, so basically that's going to be the last thing that happens in this half as MCC comes up and plays plays press defense. Now getting the 3 off. Nope. They're going to say he didn't get the half-court shot. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds. And it's going to be MCC's ball at about the half-court line with a throw-in and 0.9 seconds left to work. Now a conference here. I think, a debate about whether he stepped out of bounds while he had possession of the ball. They're going to stick with the original call, and it's going to be MCC with 1 second left. So pretty much a catch and shoot or nothing here. And there's going to be a correction. That's what they were talking about. They put 1.4 seconds on the clock, and now getting it up. They're going to score with that 1.4 seconds left. They're going to say the shot counted. So a buzzer beater there. Not in the traditional way. They get the long board in. They go up, and they hit the post play on a beautiful pass that made it all possible. And now they really, really stretch this lead. They hadn't had a lead bigger than 5 all day, and now in the last 2 minutes, they're going to go into halftime up by 11. MCC leading 40-29. Iowa Central is going to have to make some adjustments at halftime. We'll see what they come back with. But for now, we're going to take a short break on the Triton Nation Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, your halftime entertainment this evening is a performance by your award-winning Iowa Central dance team. This Friday, the dancers will be traveling to Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines to compete in the 11th annual Iowa State Dance Team Collegiate State Championships. They will be competing in the categories of pop, jazz, and hip-hop, and would love to have the attendance and support of their fans in Des Moines on Friday. Tonight, they will present their state pom routine. They are currently the state title holders in this division. Coaches Lisa and Alyssa asked that there be absolutely no posting of this routine on social media until after Friday's competition. Please put your hands together for your Triton Dance Team. Improvement Bond election. Iowa Central students can vote in Friendship Haven. Bond proceeds will be used to improve campus safety, improve Let's have a big hand for the Iowa Central Triton Pep Band.
And welcome back here, getting started with the second half of this basketball game. When we come out of the break, it is going to be 40-29. It was a close game all the way through that first half until the last 2 minutes where MCC scored 8 unanswered points. They were up by 3 and ended up going into halftime up by 11. So in a game that was hard fought for 90% of the first half, now Iowa Central finds itself not in a big deficit, but in enough of a hole that they're going to have to work themselves out of it. And they're going to have to start with a defensive possession here as Mensa touches it, now working outside in, trying to get the pass in. Going to get a foul on Jock here. First of the half, second of Jock's ball game. And now MCC is going to get the 2 to go from inside the charged circle. So they're going to extend that lead up to 13. Croft now. Dancing, getting into the Jock. Out to Swift, has a little bit of room to work. Dribbles at his defender, but the defender up to the challenge. Now he'll get out to Blair. Blair loses it on the way in, and they're going to give up a free breakdown. And he's going to lay it down. A big dunk from a big man, number 22, Brandon Simmons. Had the pass, and he knew what he was doing with it all the way. Oh, my. Now getting back on Croft. Trying to answer is Iowa Central. Dunks can be momentum killers. Jock dribbling in. Blair out to 3, lets it go. Rimming out, and they're going to call foul. Against Iowa Central. I'm going to see who they got shoving under. Has been a very closely officiated game. They're keeping a tight watch on people down there. And that foul is going to go against Jock, his third of the day. And as he takes that, we're going to take a little bit of a break here, about a 30-second pause for timeout. Timeout ending. Iowa Central now going to have to go back and play defense as they're down by 15, down 44-29. MCC now starting to stretch the legs on this lead a bit. They scored 8 straight to end the first half, and now they've scored 4 straight to start the second. Dribbling in, trying to make it 6. The jump shot won't go, though, and Jock going to go up strong and take the rebound. Croft dribbling over, dumps it off to Swift. Trying to get a little bit of penetration, but they keep him out of the paint. Going to try again. He's finally going to pass it back to Croft. 15 seconds left to work on the shot clock as he drives in. Has his shot blocked and then gets landed on awkwardly. He's a little slow to get up as Jock charges the line. He's going to draw the block and he's going to go to the line for 2. Good to see Trey Croft getting up. He had that shot blocked, but then the shot blocker came down and landed flat on top of him. Ugly looking fall for him. Good to see the young man get up, and now Jock going to shoot 2. Gets the first one to go. Now trying to cut this lead down to 13. Gets them to go 2 for 2. So they end the 12 points between halves. That little run that MCC had that was pretty much only interrupted by halftime. So now, as they've stopped the bleeding on that run, Iowa Central will try to cut into that deficit with some points of their own. But first, they have to defend here. The pass is inside. Good pass and up to Mensa, but it led him a bit too close to the baseline for him to do anything with it. But it won't stop him. Outlet pass to Millard, who finishes. Stretching the lead right back to where it was. 31-46. Croft. Blair passes up the 3 to get the ball to Swift. Drives the lane and is hacked on his way in. So Marshalltown picks up its second team foul of the half at the 17:43 mark, and Cam Swift's going to go to line for 2. Misses the first one, left that one a bit flat. Bounces it off the back iron. Gets that one to go, though, so he splits the pair. The score now 32-46. Mensa drives, and he's been doing that all day, but this time his teammate doesn't get his head around, and he's just going to bounce that off the cheerleading section. Miscommunication there leads to a turnover. Croft doing some work. Croft. Now Swift's going to take the jumper, and it's going to get blocked. A good vertical leap there by Coffey. Gets himself the rejection. Now trying to play really quick. MCC might have got one step ahead of themselves right there. They travel. They got Millard on that. On the travel, so now Moss enters in. He hasn't played since about 2 minutes left in the first half when he picked up his third foul. So now, after 3 minutes of the second half, he's back on schedule with that foul so they can play him a bit more. McLeod trying to get done. And the official not going to count the basket. I guess he fouled on the way up. Looked clean to me, but either way, it's going to stay 32-46. This crowd gets a little bit restless with the officiating. Players from both sides now having to deal with that. Now Iowa Central gets the rebound and then almost throws it back away. Now trying to get something going in transition. Takes a couple steps with the ball and then just resting on the rim and deciding that it doesn't feel like going in today. MCC takes the rebound. Marshalltown now trapped in the corner, back out to Mensa. Mensa's done a good job distributing today, but as I say that, he takes it himself. Iowa Central gives up the offensive rebound, gives up another offensive rebound. And now there's a fresh shot clock. MCC gets a second chance of this possession. MCC dribbling. Gonna have a foul on the floor away from the ball. Wait for the relay to the table to see who they got. They got Simmons. That's his second of the night. Fourth as a team for Marshalltown this half, which is really early to pick that up. There's still 16 minutes left. So if Iowa Central can work them into the bonus early, that might help cutting this lead. And a big man drilling a 3. Big post player. Stepping out, hitting the 3 from range. McLeod gets his first of the day, and I think they were comfortable daring him to take that shot. Now Mensa's going to try to return it. But this arena's relit up now after that. Now Croft is going to go get himself a foul, just trying to chase down a loose ball. Just aggressive play there, gets Croft his second. Triton's third of this fresh half. MCC now taking time, calling a play and setting up in its half court offense. Back out, and they're going to take a three from the top. Not able to get it to go, but they're able to chase down the long rebound. Good rebounding there by the guard. Behind the back dribble. Stolen by McLeod. Been big since he entered. Now Swift trying to dribble. Trying to find anything. He thought he had a lane there. Dumped off to Croft. Croft finds a lane, hits it. No hesitation on him when he sees a little bit of daylight towards the basket, but that time can't get the layup to go. Going the other way, good defense again. Big man down there rolling. And now he's going to set up the pick that's going to lead to 2 more points. Croft's going to get the points, but a beautiful pick set up there. Iowa Central's now worked this lead down to a manageable portion, and now they're going to get the rebound again. Another wasted shot from MCC. This lead now down to 9. Moss. He's going to be fouled on the way in, I think. Yep, they're going to call the defensive foul. Moss is going to go to the line. Prince Moss here. Big part of their offense in the first half. Had to leave because of foul trouble, but now, later in the game, he's right on schedule. He's going to leave this one just a bit short. We'll have to play a bit carefully as he does still have 3 fouls. But with only 13 minutes left to play, you figure as long as he plays smart, he should be all right. Trying to split the pair here. And won't get the friendly roll off the rim. So now, MCC trying to stretch this lead back out to double digits. It's at 9 right now. Had been as high as 15. And this one's going to go out of bounds. So for the 4th straight offensive possession, MCC will come up empty. Iowa Central now on a run of its own. So far, 6 points unanswered. On a 6-0 run that started at about the 17-minute mark. And now they're going to fire a corner 3. Bit flat on the trajectory and not able to get it to go. And now MCC running the court. Good ball movement. And it's pinned against the backboard by Moss. Chasing it down from the half-court line to keep this rally alive. Croft trying to return. They're going to get their feet tangled up. And Hauser's going to pick up his 3rd foul. That one wasn't even really his decision. They just got their feet tangled up. Now Tritons are going to call a timeout and I think try to figure out how to capitalize on what they've found here. But the Tritons are rolling right now as we go into this break. 37-46. So now coming back, Iowa Central on an 8-point unanswered streak right here, trying to stretch it to 10 as they've already cut all the way into this lead. That was once at 15. Now it's down to 9, and they're trying to answer. Swift can't get it to go. Now on the return, MCC has come up empty on 5 straight offensive possessions, trying to end the drought. And they will. Inside pass sneaks through to Tiam, who gets it to go. So now back to an 11-point lead. Working at Swift. Trips a little bit, but gets it out to Miller. Miller now to Croft, finds a seam. He does a really good job of doing the athletic work to find his way up towards the basket, but unable to finish. Now taking the 3. Oh, and that's a momentum killer. Drills it. Just like that, 2 possessions. Leads back to 14. MCC was charging coming into that timeout. Now, 5 unanswered points by Marshalltown. Taking the wind out of the sails a bit. Swift just leaving it a bit short, straight off the backboard. Pardon me, straight off the front iron, and now freezes the defense, and oh! He takes a little bit of time to pose and look at it, but he deserves it. That was beautiful. Freezes the defender, goes up and takes it. That's just nasty by Coleman, and now going to take a timeout. And how quickly the winds have changed. 3 possessions later, the lead is now up to 54-37. It's a totally different ball game than it was 30 seconds ago. 30 seconds from now, we'll be right back. We're going to take a short timeout.
Students, you can vote over at Friendship Haven. The bond proceeds will be used to improve the campus safety, improve classrooms, and consolidated student services. Once again, Iowa Central really asks for your support. Thank you so much.
Now right back coming out of the break, and how much has changed in the last 2 minutes. Iowa Central was on a roll. They'd scored 8 unanswered. They cut the lead all the way down to 9. The crowd was feeling it. They take a timeout to talk about it. They come out. MCC scores 6 straight, gets the lead up to 54-37, takes the crowd completely out of it, and that all happened, both of those big momentum swings, in a matter of 3 minutes of game time, and now here we are. Iowa Central now, with 11 minutes left, down big, has to just get something going. And that's not going to be a good start as Moss finds a good shot and then misses it. MCC on the return. Trying to get the tip to go. And then battle there for the rebound. 1. I think they're going to call a defensive foul here. As Croft charges. I think he caught him with his feet not set. But it was on the floor. It wasn't in the process of a shot, so now we'll get the throw in. And big Brandon Simmons, who has 4 points, including a slam dunk he laid down on an open break with about 15 minutes left in this half, re-enters the game. That dunk, a big momentum shift early in the half. Now we're at about the halfway point of this second period, and Moss, who pinned against the backboard before, got rejected right there. Physical play is going to lead to a 3-pointer, which is not going to get to go. And then Moss is going to come down with the rebound after the second chance shot goes up. Croft trying to freeze his defender. Does. Now he's backing him up and hits it. That was a clinic right there. Tried to win with agility, couldn't, so he just went right at him. Preto now handling the ball in this 39-54 game. Iowa Central got this lead back down to 15. And now they're going to get a chance here as Coleman takes his second travel of the day. The official's been really picky with that travel call today. That's the 10th total, which neither side can really complain about, as they've called it both ways. They've just made it really clear that you're not going to get away with a walk this evening. 10:17 left. Jock re-entering. Getting it into Croft. From Miller. Now Croft dribbling. Hayes. Ben Hayes gets it to Moss, who's going to try to get dribble penetration, lose it off his own foot. Now they're going to try and not give away points on the break. They're going to say he fouled trying to get back in defense. They caught him on the wrist. It was really close to trying to get anything but ball, but what they really didn't want to do was give up an easy 2 there, so a good foul. At the exact halfway minute point now, 10 minutes left. They get it out to Mensa. They leave the point guard open for 3, but he doesn't make them pay. Now trying to chase down the rebound. They're going to give it away. Couple bad touches there on the rebound attempt. Now MCC is going to take the timeout. We're going to let you enjoy the band for this 30 seconds as I take a short timeout. You're still watching basketball on the Triton Nation Network. We'll be right back. Right back after that 30-second pause. The situation, your Tritons down by 15, which has been about where that lead is held since halftime. Both teams have gone on runs, but they've kind of canceled each other out, so we're right back here. Mensa now, handling it for the Tigers. Tiem holding the ball for a bit, finally getting it out. They take a 3. Can't get it to drop. Moss will control the rebound, dump it off to Croft, and now they'll try to bite into this 15-point lead. Hayes. Miller. Miller's going to take the elbow jump shot, almost gets it to bank off. Can't get the bank shot to fall, though. 9 minutes left to play. Iowa Central still down by 15. But in a game that's had as many runs like this, both teams have showed that a 15-point lead isn't all that safe with 9 minutes left. So we'll see where we get taken here in this next 15 as this goes out of bounds off of a white jersey, and Moss will take the throw in. Waiting for everyone to get forward. Now Moss throws it in. Croft on the dribble. Miller now being forced to dribble around the perimeter, so he'll just dump it off to Moss. He's going to try to break down Mensa and then sling it out. Now they have an open shot in the corner. Croft leaves it short, but chasing his own rebound almost forces the turnover, but won't. Good fundamentals there, but doesn't lead to the result he wanted. And then Mensa's going to travel returning, and that one, I'm the home commentator, but that one, he's got a confused look on his face, and I agree with him. That's been the first one that really seems questionable to me of the day, at least on the travel calls. But either way, Triton's going to take over. Hayes. Moss. Now has to track that back down. And then somehow keep his feet planted. Good job by there to not get pinned but by Moss. And now dribbling in his Jock. Likes the size matchup. Goes up. Yep, they're going to count it, and they're going to say it was a defensive foul. So he's going to have a shot here to shoot one. Chance to put Iowa Central within 12. Had to wait for the and one call there, as the officials had to look for each other, see what the decision was going to be. So now trying to finish off what would be a huge three-point play. Going to leave it a bit long and not get the roll off the back iron. So Iowa Central down by 13 now. But with all the time in the world, 8 minutes left, especially with the timeouts they have and the fouls they have to give, this shot not going to fall. Swift's going to corral the rebound. Sling it on over to Robert Hawkins, who's finding his first duty of the day, and he'll start it off. Not being able to get anything going offensively as the ball's stolen away. Intercepted pass there. Now Mensah finds it. Slings it out. They have 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Taking the elbow jumper. It's not going to fall, but Jock is going to be beat out for the rebound, and then Mensah's going to regain it. And, yep, they're going to say that got rimmed, so they're going to get a fresh shot clock. Not challenging yet. Gets it in. Now out. Mensah has a bit of room to play with. Swings it on over. They're going to hit that shot, and they're going to call it a 2, so 56-41. Had to wait to see if it was a deep 2 or a 3. Sometimes from where I'm sitting, can't really see the corner that well. It's the one blind spot in my vision, so I had to wait for the officials' call. Now Jock trying to get it up. They're going to say that he got the shot off, but was fouled in the process. So he'll go to the line for 2. With 6:42 left. Iowa Central down by 15 again. Can't get the roll. Leaves that one a bit short, and then the iron's unfriendly to him. So he'll try to split it here. And there he will go. 14-point lead for MCC now late in this ball game. 6.5 minutes left to play. Swinging it over and now dribbling Preto. They're going to leave him open for 3. Miscommunication defensively, and he puts it away. They rotated away from him. Gave him all the room in the world and wasn't shy about taking it. Now the return. Going to send that one off the wall. Block shot there by Simmons. Is now this lead stretching to 17. And they're going to get the steal off of the inbounds pass. So 2 defensively brilliant plays. Almost leads to the alley-oop. Ambitious to try, but unable to finish. And now they're going to get a 3 out of it. And that is... Well, I don't know how to describe that other than that ball decided not to go in. I was about ready to call 3. That was about on the bottom half of the rim swirling around, and it somehow popped up and out. But they're going to be fouled on the reshot. And he's going to go to the line to shoot 2, and he's going to hit the first one. Millard now, stepping up to take his second one after the rotation. 6 minutes on the dot left to play as he fires and hits that one. Jock leaves and McLeod enters. Pass comes in. Iowa Central now down by 19 with 6 minutes left to work. Over to the corner. Miller now gets it into McLeod. McLeod takes a couple dribbles, gets it to Croft. Croft over to Moss. Moss likes his matchup, takes it one-on-one, wins it, puts it in. Moss has had himself a big day, keeps adding to it. 44-61 now, though. MCC now just trying to work a methodical pace. Not take any shots they don't have to. Swift now comes down with this rebound. They're not going to, stop playing offense, but they're going to hold for better shots now because they can afford it, and they want to take as much time as possible off this clock. With this big lead, Moss unleashes a three, and now it's just a little bit smaller. 47-61. Maybe what Iowa Central needed to find itself a spark plug in this second half. Moss steps up and hits the three. They'll need more of that if they want to start chipping away here. Preto hits the three and takes it right back away. That is a big-time shot. You can feel the momentum in the arena go from high to low, just like that. That's a killer instinct from a ball player right there. As we go into timeout, they felt the momentum swing. They knew they had to do something, and then Preto, in a big way, steps up, hits that shot, and takes any kind of rally it might have started right away. We're going to take a short break going into this timeout.
Reminder fans, this weekend it's the Great Western Shootout here at the Hodges Fieldhouse. Friday and Saturday, we've got 4 basketball games each day. 2 women's games and 2 men's games. Teams will be Iowa Central, North Iowa Area Community College, Northeast out of Nebraska, and North Dakota Science and Technology. 8 great games Friday and Saturday.
Coming back out of it following the Preto 3, Iowa Central now trying to get something going quick off the inbounds pass. Block called on the floor, though. He's going to send Swift to the line for 2. 4:33 left on the clock as he goes. Leaves the first one short. See what he can do with the second. Good and in. So it's going to be 48-64. Marshalltown working now. Just 4 minutes left to kill and a big lead. 16-point lead for him, in fact. Preto now swinging it over to Mensa. Coffee has it for a bit, then he'll get it back over to Preto. Four minutes left to play now, and only 2 seconds left to shoot. He's going to have to take the three, and of course he makes it. He's been hot from 3 all day. That's his 3rd of the day on 5 attempts. And they've all come in big, big spots. He just stopped a Marshalltown rally, an Iowa Central rally with a 3, and now with 1 second left on the shot clock, he's good from 3 again. 48-67 now. 19-point lead for against Iowa Central for Marshalltown. Croft's going to go to the line after the block. He's got 2 to shoot, and he'll be good for the first one. 3:53 left. Up. He'll go 2 for 2 from the line. Cut that lead down to 17, but still not much time to work now. But as they've shown, both of these teams have shown, they can both go on game-changing streaks in a matter of minutes. So Marshalltown going to be careful to be good defensively, because if they're not, they know Iowa Central is capable of scoring that much in that little time. So they'll try to make sure nothing dramatic happens, and Iowa Central going to try to force a little bit of dramatics here. Moss. He's a good place to start if they want someone to score, and he does. 2 moves and a little hop step under the basket, gets the layup to go. Great show of agility there. He's the hot hand. if they want to ride somebody to a rally, he might be the best bet. Prado trying to hit another dagger from the corner, but then he chases his own rebound. Can't get the layup to go. Then 2 offensive rebounds lead to a foul and an and one. McLeod picks up his first and a big and one coming up. 2:58 left. 52-64. The man fouled was Brandon Simmons. Went up strong, got the shot to go, now trying to complete a 3-point play. And he'll be good for it. That one right through the middle of the net. Swift. Now dribbling. Down by 18 is Iowa Central. Moss unleashing the 3 from the corner. Can't get it to drop. And now MCC is in a position where it would be pragmatic for them to work late into the shot clock, but not if they get a shot like that. Going open to the net and fouled hard. He had a lane, and it got taken away violently and being sent into the boards. For lack of a better term, reaching for a hockey term there, but smashed into the boards. B.J. Millard, who will go to the line now. He got tagged hard. He's going to have to shake himself off a little bit before these couple free throws. Misses the first. So it'll hold at 52-70, at least for one more shot. As Blair enters and Swift leaves for the Tritons. And now the rebound. Iowa Central trying to scramble for it, but they lose a rebound on the missed free throw. Now Simmons going in strong and then dumping it off to Millard, and he'll get the 2 that he just didn't get at the line right back on the rebound. So now an even 20-point lead for Marshalltown, and they've only been making it bigger with each possession. 2 minutes left to play. As Blair, Miller. 32, not 23, getting a little dyslexic up here in the commentary booth. Either way, the end result, 54-72. With Marshalltown working quickly now. Missed shot, rebounded by McLeod. Croft dribbles, he's going to take the 3, and why not? They need a big momentum shift like that, but he's not going to get it. He's not going to get it to fall. And with 1:40, Iowa Central is going to have to start playing a little. I was going to say they have to play aggressively here, but a miscommunication from MCC is going to give the ball right back to him in no time flat. Still 18 points behind, though. Iowa Central knows they have to touch and go. Even then, it's unlikely they're going to be able to bite into this lead any kind of significant way, but that'll be a start. Now down to a 16-point lead, 56-72 off the layup from Croft. Oh, beautiful play there, and he's fouled as he goes up. Cross-up dribble gave him a little bit of daylight towards the net. He takes it, and the defense is late getting over there, and they have to foul him. He didn't get it for free. He went down hard. But Menso go to the line for 2. Gets the first one to drop. 56-73 now. With 1:16 left, he fires the second. That one out. But the official has blown their whistle. They're going to say somebody jumped over the line early, so Iowa Central gets a break on the missed free throw, but it's going to be given right back. He's going to get another one. And he's not going to miss twice in a row. That one goes. 56-74 now. And now Moss lets the three-pointer go. Off the back iron, straight up in the air, rebounded by Mensa with 1 minute left. Just 1 minute left, and at this point, well, barring divine intervention, it looks like Iowa Central going to drop to 4-5. Marshalltown going to add one more win to their win column. In a game that was close played for most of it until Marshalltown went on a run with about 11 minutes left in the second half, which has pretty much been the story of it as they add another 2 to what was already a 20-point lead. Now becomes an even 20-point lead. It was 18. So Iowa Central's going to have to take something from this, learn what they will know, what has gone well. They'll feel good about the way they shot the ball today. Defensively, though, giving up 76 points, I'm sure that's something they'll want to shore up going in. And if I know anything about the way Pilcher and West and the rest of that coaching staff run it down there, that will be something that's focused on deep in practice, and more likely than not, Iowa Central will come out with a big adjustment and look better defensively coming back through. But it won't change the fact that they're taking the loss today. Iowa Central will drop to 4-5 on the day, and we won't see them back at home until Friday during the shootout. So until then, I've been Tyson Strayer. You've been watching Basketball on the Triton Nation Network. Signing off for now. We'll see you guys Friday.